Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, coming at you with another Madden 17 experiment today. And today we're going to be seeing what would happen if Tom Brady and Ben Roethlisberger switched teams. As we all know, the AFC Championship game is this weekend, Patriots versus Steelers, and I thought it would be pretty freaking interesting to see what would happen if those two quarterbacks actually did switch teams. And it has been a while since I've done an experiment like this on the channel, so I'm going to refresh your memory on how we're going to go about this. What I'm going to do initially is go ahead and sim one regular season with just the regular rosters and see how the Steelers and Patriots do with the most updated rosters, see their stats and everything. And then we're going to switch into a second simulation so we can compare the stats from this first simulation. And obviously in that one, Ben Roethlisberger is going to be on the Patriots and Tom Brady is going to be on the Steelers. And let's see how those teams do in the second simulation compared to the first. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure to drop a like. And guys, if this video can hit 500 likes, and I know you guys can do that, 500 likes, that's easy for you guys. I'll upload a video exactly like this later tonight, but dealing with the teams in the NFC Championship game, the Falcons and the Packers, and we switch Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan, and I think that would be pretty freaking interesting as well. But if you guys do want to see that later tonight, get this video to 500 likes, and I will 100% release that tonight on the channel. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the playoffs in this first simulation and see how things go. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below for this video, who do you think wins the AFC Championship game? So as you see in this first simulation, the Steelers did make it to the wild card round against the Cincinnati Bengals. They went 9-7 on the year, and as you see, the team looks pretty freaking good. Big Ben's up to a 95 overall. It's going to be interesting to see how he does on the Patriots. And now we're going to go into the stats. As you see here, the Steelers had the #1 offense in the NFL. And, I mean, with the, weapons they have on offense, Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, that definitely should be expected. So we're going to have to see how Tom Brady does on the Steelers, dudes. So we're going to look at the Steelers stats. Ben Roethlisberger, 5,000 yards through the air, 38 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, was sacked 44 times, which is not too good. Now, rushing yards, all this really isn't going to matter when it comes to switching the quarterbacks. Le'Veon Bell, 1,337 yards on the ground, 16 touchdowns. D'Angelo Williams added with 11 touchdowns. And receiving yards, looks like Antonio Brown had an amazing season, 1,700 yards, 12 touchdowns. And Sammy Coates as well, 1,000 yards through the air and 10 touchdowns. And now we're going to go to the Patriots and see how Tom Brady did in this season. And I think he's going to have a pretty good statistical season when he's on the Steelers. Now let's go to Tom Brady's stats. He threw for 4,300 yards, 25 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, so probably pretty much a subpar season in terms of Tom Brady standards. Now rushing yards, LEGARRETTE Blount a pretty good season, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Deion Lewis had 14 touchdowns on the ground. And receiving yards, Julian Edelman led the team with 1,300 yards and 5 touchdowns. Now let's see who won the MVP in the simulation. Aaron Rodgers won it. So we're going to have to see what happens to him when he gets switched to the Falcons. But that will come in tonight's video if this video does get 500 likes. Tyrod Taylor came in second, Matt Ryan in third, so there's the other quarterback for that simulation. Big Ben came in fourth, and with those stats, I'm surprised he didn't actually win it. And Tom Brady's actually not in the top 10. And that's like the first time in a very long time in any of these Madden 17 experiment simulations that Tom Brady was not in the top 10. But I fully expect him to be in the top 10 when he gets the assets that Big Ben had. And I probably should have showed you this at the beginning. The Patriots actually didn't make the playoffs. That is actually insane. Every team, well, 3 of the 4 teams out of the AFC East went 9-7. But very rarely do you see the Patriots go 9-7. Injuries are off, so nobody got injured. So it's a normal Patriots roster, the full healthy they were actually only +1 in the point differential column, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it's the freaking Patriots, dude. So that's wild. We'll have to see how they do with Big Ben at quarterback. So last thing to see before we jump into the second simulation where the quarterbacks actually swapped, we're going to see who won the Super Bowl. Let's see if the Steelers did it. And it's going to be the Seattle Seahawks over the Kansas City Chiefs, 27-13. So jumping into sim number 2, as you see, Big Ben is on the Patriots, and like I said, Tom Brady is on the Steelers. And I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below how you think this is going to go. Do you think the Patriots are going to make the playoffs with Big Ben at quarterback? Do you think the Steelers are going to make it even farther in the playoffs this time around? Do you think Tom Brady's going to win the MVP? I mean, I think he might do. With those freaking assets that he has, with Antonio Brown, he has Sammy Coates to throw to as well. Then he has Le'Veon Bell to hand the ball off to. The Steelers should once again have the #1 offense in the NFL. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. So crazy enough, the Patriots don't make it to the playoffs in the second straight simulation. That's actually really strange. I mean, this is the most updated rosters, and the Patriots obviously had some upgrades when they did the latest roster update, so why are they just randomly not making the playoffs? They usually make it every single time, so that's really, really strange. So how bad did they actually do with Big Ben at quarterback? They went 7-9. So with the switch of the quarterbacks, the Patriots actually lose 2 extra games. So let's go and see how the Steelers do with Tom Brady at quarterback, if it would ever load. And the Steelers went 11-5. So the Steelers did a little bit better with Tom Brady at quarterback. 2 extra wins. So the Patriots lose 2 extra games, and the Steelers win 2 extra games. So let's see how they did in terms of stats. Let's see how bad the Patriots did in terms of offensive stats. They were 13th in the NFL when it comes to offense. So I want to see what the Steelers were, and of course they were by far the best total offense in the NFL, outgaining any other team by 600 plus yards. So I kind of expected that with that offense the Steelers do have, but Big Ben actually had a better statistical season than Tom Brady did with the Patriots. He had 4,400 yards passing, 31 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Now, rushing yards, LeGarrette Blount had a little bit worse season, but had 19 rushing touchdowns. God dang. It's a pretty good freaking season. Now, receiving yards, nobody even eclipsed 1,000 yards this time. It looks like Julian Edelman didn't even have that many catches. And you got to remember, injuries are off, so that's actually very strange on why that is the case. So now let's go to the Steelers and see if Tom Brady had a better season than Big Ben did. And he actually didn't. Tom Brady threw for like 400 less yards than Big Ben did. He had 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions. That's crazy, dude. Look at this. Tom Brady only sacked 14 times with the Steelers. Big Ben was sacked 44 times. So that's 30 less sacks with the addition of a different quarterback. So that just shows you some of, the differences in terms of quarterbacks when it comes to Madden simulations. Le'Veon Bell didn't even eclipse 1,000 yards. And like I said, injuries are off, so this is weird. It's actually really strange. Like 3 running backs played a lot. He had 8 rushing touchdowns. DeAngelo Williams also had 8. And in receiving yards, Antonio Brown had a little dip in production. He had 1,400 yards this time and 12 touchdowns. Martavis Bryant this time had 1,000 yards receiving when Sammy Coates had 1,000 yards last time. Now let's see if either of the quarterbacks actually won the MVP. Russell Wilson won it this time. Tom Brady came in 3rd, which I think was the same Big Ben came in. And Big Ben came in 9th. So to finish off the videos, guys, let's see if Tom Brady and the Steelers actually got it done and won the Super Bowl. And in conclusion, it is going to be the Seattle Seahawks for 2 straight simulations, this time beating the San Diego Chargers, not the LA Chargers yet, 33-14. So that is good for the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to drop a like. Like I said, guys, 500 likes on this video. I know you guys can do that. And the What If Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers switch teams video will be uploaded later tonight. But with that said, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.